everyone, this is Jonah.
Hello, this is Claire. Still remember me, maybe. Just wanted to say hello to everybody.
Hi to everybody. You recognize me, I'm Josephine.
Ciao, everyone.
Hello, everyone. Greetings from Denver.
Ciao, Chicago family.
Hello everyone, greetings from Rome. We are here, we have been here for a couple of weeks. We're meeting with delegations of the movement from all over the world, and we're living beautiful days of exchange, sharing, communion. So it's very nice. Unfortunately, we cannot be there with you, but we are happy to share at least this moment through this short video.
Hello to everyone. It's a real gift to be able to talk to you. All of you, and who knows how many friends that I knew when I was in Chicago are amongst you. And Chicago, the Windy City, is deeply in my heart because of the unity and the love that we built in those days, and I'm sure it continues. So now, I go back to 1964. Why? Because in 1964, two young ladies, it was me and another focolarina, arrived in New York City very early in the morning. And we were there because Chiara had asked us to open the focolare. Early in the morning of December the 8th, the Immaculate Conception. How many people there were there. What a warm welcome. And how wonderful it was to see the apartment they had prepared for us. It was really small and really beautiful. Now, if I think of those days, then it would have been impossible even to imagine that Chiara would come only 4 years later. And we jumped to 1968. Chiara was in Chicago and said that she wanted to visit your city. I was with her in those days, but she asked me to go so I could help prepare her coming. We had a Mariapolis Center already and had to be set up, had to be many things to be arranged. In fact, there was a lot to do, but there were the pioneers of the movement in those days, the Belcher, the Sopala, many others. So everything could be done. Even the painting, some walls were white, but some were old rose because they went better with the age of the house. In a few words, when Chiara arrived, everything was ready. She loved the place, and she visited it all from top to bottom. She loved also a little bathroom, little C, but was opening onto the rotonda, and the rotonda was quite a piece of art. Day after day, we lived with her beautiful moments. I remember praying in the chapel. The chapel, we prayed, well, for not only Chicago, for the whole country, for the whole world. And then she saw that there was a huge room that used to be the ballroom, of course, for the other proprietors. And she decided that it could be used if we put many little beds for the young women who had asked to come and be with us for a while to learn more about the life of the focolare. In a few moments, or better, let's say, in a few days, everything was ready. And now these houses are present in many parts of the world, but Chicago has been the first one of the houses of formation. So when it was the moment to depart, Chiara shared with us the favorable impression that she had had, the joy that she had experienced, the unity that we had lived. You can imagine our joy. But I couldn't resist asking her something. And this was, are you going to come back, Chiara? Chiara is always sincere. And she answered me with a sentence that I want to read because it has to be exact from the scriptures. To the one who has, more will be given. I took her word as an encouragement for all of us to continue to live unity, not only among us, but to bring it to the rest of the world, to all those who are around us as well. So, this is all. I greet you again, and who knows, we may be able to see each other in some parts of the world. But in the meantime, from Rome, arrivederci, ciao.
I really wish I could be there for this wonderful event of the farewell party for the Mariapolis Center, but circumstances don't allow it. But it brought to my mind the first time we ever saw the Mariapolis Center, which was back in early 1968. And the one Focolarina, Jane, was working for the Cardinal, and one day he said to her, would you ladies like a house? And we got so excited because we were living in an apartment on the northwest side near Fullerton and Cicero. And we went down Lakeshore Drive, drove down Lakeshore Drive, and got off at 51st Street and went to see the house. And we were so excited that we would have a place where we could live, but also we could have our meetings and our weekends, and people could come. And there was a lot of work to be done on the house. It had been used by some sisters, but Wally Sapala and Howard and many other men in the community all put in a lot of work to bring it up to the standard that we needed in order to live in it. And I remember that the neighborhood was quite dangerous at the time. That's why no one really wanted to live there. The homes were being donated to the church because they couldn't sell them. So when we moved in, all 5 of us slept in the same bedroom in the Mariapolis Center. I think it's room 2, because it was the only room that had a lock on the door. So we slept there, but we were very courageous. We all went to work and continued. And some people said, oh, we'll never come to see you again because that's the South Side. We can't come to the South Side. In those days, there was the civil rights riots and all of those things going on, so people were scared. But little by little, those who really loved the Focolari found a way to come in a safe fashion along Lakeshore Drive and 51st Street and came together. And we gradually started building up the community. We started having weekends. We started having people in the neighborhood. And so it's 50 years ago, and a lot of life has taken place in that house, so as you all know, over all these years. And we're grateful to God that we had it all that time. And so now we hope that, we will move on, but that maybe someone else can use it to a good purpose. So I send you lots of love and my unity to everyone. And I sure wish I could be there, but soon we'll see one another again. Okay, bye. Thanks.
My name is Dolores Madlener. I met the Focolari 50 years ago. I was 30-something and a mother of 6 children. I met the ideal by accident. The first Midwest Mariapolis was being held at St. Xavier College, and it was across from my home. It was a time of turmoil in the church. I was an activist and went to see if Focolari was a bunch of heretics. That's a joke. The theme that year was the church. Wow. And the talk I heard by Graziella was the most beautiful tribute to our faith I'd ever heard. Wow. A year later, I was invited to a newcomers meeting at the Mariapolis Center in Chicago's Hyde Park. That evening, we sat at the dining room table and heard the story of Chiara. You know, it was 1943 and the bombs were falling. I'll never forget that evening. It changed my life.
Well, what can I say? the closing of the Mariapolis Center. It's maybe sad, but it's always, we have to believe that it will be a new step in the life of the Focolare. And so, as Pope Francis said, it's good to keep our memories. So I always treasure the moments I lived there in Chicago with each one of you. You can't imagine. Since the very first moment I arrived there, you became my family, and I do love each one of you. So life is an adventure. We go ahead together, no matter the distances, and I'm sure that it will be a beautiful step on our holy journey. And I'm now by the ocean. I live in Porto at the Focolare Center in Porto. And whenever you want, come and visit. Bye. Love you. Bye.
To prepare something regarding the closing of the Mariapolis Center, just some of the anecdotes or experiences that I had over the years. So 3 or 4 that came to my mind. The first is in 1970, at the very end of 1970, I was just 17 years old. It was my first encounter with any kind of institution in the movement, and I went there for a day and I met Newt. So I remember standing in the little library and we were talking about Don Camilo. But for me it was an encounter, an initial encounter with the charism. And I have to say that Nuzzo was a person who was very important in my life. Really, I would say he generated me in this charism, in this ideal, that the life of God inside of me came to life because of that rapport. And that was my first encounter with him. Thank you, all the best.
Chicago Focolare House holds so much for us, so many ups and downs, metaphorically and literally. It's been like a second home for me and Clarissa as well, traveling to Chicago at least once or twice a year, getting together with tons of Jen from around the Midwest and just really creating a lot of memories and laughs. And it's truly a place we are never going to forget about, and it'll be always within our hearts, even if you guys are now traveling all the way to Pittsburgh. I'm sure we'll make new memories, and I can't wait for the future. But for now, we're sending all our unity and all our love from Lo Piano at the Gen 2 school. Ciao!
I think of the Mariapolis Center, it brings me a great joy. I was there for 13 years, and I just remember that house is the house of Jesus in the midst. The house that was the heart of the opera for the Midwest, a house where people would come and share. And I think if those walls would be able to speak, who knows how many things they could say, much better than me probably. But also that house saw the beginning of our dialogue with Imam Mohammed, with those historical moments. Then another thing that I would really like to say is like the gratitude of those 13 years for the Focolarine, for the volunteers, for the people who really helped there, who kept the house so nice, so that also through the beauty of the house could be the expression of Jesus in the midst. Now, who knows how many more things happen after I've left. And this is beautiful to see the life that continues. I know now you are coming to an end, but God knows why. And I feel it's really a great gift to follow His plan. So many greetings to each one of you, especially to the people that I know, the people with whom we walked those rooms. We walked, in those rooms. And a big hug to everyone. Bye.
I'm very happy to have this occasion and then also to celebrate this event. I remember each one of you, and then I want to tell you that the years spent in Chicago, they are in my heart. This moment is the moment to thank God for all the graces that we received. Many events, many occasions, many things that you all know. What can I tell you? There are many things in my heart, but I'm grateful to God that I spent this period of time of the holy journey with you. Remember that I assure you my unity for everything, and we keep going ahead like we always did. Thank you, and And then I hope to receive some news from you. Thank you.
We just want to thank everyone who has ever helped out throughout the years there at the Mariapolis Center. Thank you for all your love, for everything that you have given, every sweat, and we're just really, really grateful to all of you, and we love you, and
We keep everybody in our hearts,
yes, and in our prayers.
And yeah, we go ahead in the holy journey together.
Right. So count always on our unity. Okay?
Thank you again.
Okay.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye. Love you all.
We wanted to celebrate with all of you. Also, with the love that we have for Chicago, for the Mariapolis Center, how many beautiful memories of so many years, and with our gratitude for all of you who have given so much, worked so hard, and lived many memories together during these past 50 years. So all our unity and our love. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Right now I wanted to thank especially those who made this possible behind the scenes. The kitchen, for cleaning the rooms, preparing the beds, preparing the rooms, the audiovisual equipment, so that the presence of God will really be a reality among us and we share with so many people. Right now I know it's closing, but it will multiply into so many other Mariapolis centers in Chicago and area, because there are so many families that will welcome people, and with the presence of God among them will make this a reality, and so this work will continue for many more years. Thank you for everything, and I really hope to see you again soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.